Now I'll admit, when I first watched Rent-A-Girlfriend season 1 back in 2020, I enjoyed the show pretty heavily actually. Every anime I watch doesn't need to be some deep breakdown of the human psyche. Sometimes I just want to watch some stupid shit and turn my brain off. And what show was better to watch while brain dead than Rent-A-Girlfriend? But after I finished the anime, I took some time to reflect and realized, wait, this nigga stalked her for a whole episode and got rewarded? Now by no means did I like Kazuya on my first watch, but since this is the type of show where we follow our main character on a journey to become a good person, a lot of shit just went over my head during my first viewing. Right when you think Kazuya is getting better, he just gets worse and worse and worse. Turns out that I, just like millions of other people, confused nominating Chizuru and Sumi as best girl with thinking that this show is actually pretty decent, and that's the trap Rent-A-Girlfriend sets to draw you in. This colorful and vivid art style along with the clean animation make it very easy to confuse this anime with quality content. So it's no secret that Rent-A-Girlfriend is one of, if not the most hated anime manga series in recent history. And for good reason. Being written by an author who gives the readers blue balls by dangling character development on a stick every so often, people have every right to call this train wreck of a series garbage. But what I want to do in this video is question how bad is Rent-A-Girlfriend really? Because while I despise everyone and everything in this series, except for Sumi, all my homies fuck with Sumi, I can't stop myself from looking away at this metaphorical car accident. I'm gonna talk about the series as a whole, but I really want to lock into season 2 specifically for a lot of these points. So spoiler warning, but like, do you really need to keep up with this series if you haven't been already?
Fuck no, baby!
Kazuya Kinoshita is the main character of this rancid story. He's a 20-year-old college student at the start of the story who was happy to finally have his first girlfriend, until this said girlfriend, aka Mommy, breaks up with him 1 month into the relationship. You might be wondering, well, why did she break up with him? Well, he tried to pull all-nighters with her at a bar and tried to convince her to come home with him. You're weird. Now, a normal person might think this is a time for retrospection and self-reflection, but fuck that, says Kazuya, a true loser who finds his way on the website of a rental girlfriend service. There is where he finds the girl of his dreams, Chizuru. The two go on a date and it's better than he could have ever imagined, except he reads her reviews later on and finds out she does the same date process for all of her customers. After Kazuya finds this out, he review bombs her, rents her out again, and then talks shit to her face, basically calling her a skank. It was at this moment I knew I was gonna hate this nigga for all of eternity. Brody done fell in love with the stripper, bro. I'm not like the other guys. Trust me, she likes me for me. It's not always an act. Head ass, ugly. And yeah, from that point on, it turns out that grandmas are best friends, they go to the same college, and they end up being next door neighbors. What a fucking coinky dink. Oh yeah, and I forgot to say that Kazuya told everyone that Chizuru was his real girlfriend for no specific reason at all. And thus, hijinks ensue. Okay, I want to get into all the bad of this series right away because I have a lot of shit that I need to say. In most cases, you expect the season 2 to be different. The stakes should be raised, certain plot points should have changed everything we thought we knew about the world. Character development should have pushed our leads into new quirky situations. But Rent-A-Girlfriend season 2 is business as usual. Just another day in the fucking office. Except the office is the job you've been at for way too long. You despise everyone and everything about the office. You know what I mean? you know what I mean? Fuck all that, let's get into it. I just have to start this off by roasting Kazuya. This has got to be one of the lamest niggas in all of fiction. This dude's main trait is that he's a simp. He can't even do that right. If you're gonna be a simp, at least be a gentleman about it. Drop your tier 3 sub and shut the fuck up. But nopers. Kazuya stalked and eavesdropped on Chizuru multiple times during season 1. And character development is a fucking lie in this series because the very first episode of season 2 starts with Kazuya sneaking around to watch Chizuru's play. You don't got nothing better to do than harass this lady, bruh? Nigga always worry about, oh man, how can I help Chizuru? What can I do for Chizuru? What can you do for you, bitch ass nigga? Get your money up, not your funny up, bozo. Kazuya ain't having no motion, bro, I swear. Go to work, go study, go be productive, go aid society, bitch ass nigga. All these hours spent bothering Chizuru could be aimed towards getting a bag. Go get you a bag, lame ass fella. This dude is spending his parents' hard-earned money on the bitches, bro. This guy can't even put his cum napkins in the goddamn trash can. You fucking, you're a fucking degenerate, dog. You're different. Freaky ass dude asked Chizuru to come on a date with him while in school uniforms. Excuse me? You're out of fucking control, pal. His excuse is that he wants to feel what it's like to go on an after school date since he didn't get the chance in high school. But look, buddy, let it the fuck go. You're 20 something years old. Get over it, man. Never trust a nigga that keeps talking about high school, bro. Niggas like that are bound to do or say something completely ignorant. And I'm not kink shamed, but after seemingly being rejected by Chizuru, he sinks down into the depths of a pool and imagines her getting piped down by another dude and gets bricked by it? Wowzers. Yes! It's one thing to imagine yourself getting cut by a girl you're not even dating to begin with, you sick fuck. But to imagine yourself getting cut by a nigga in a beret? A beret? Nah, you're a different breed. And you know what's crazy? This fucking freak isn't even the worst character in this show. Ruka is another rental girlfriend who's introduced in episode 6 of season 1. Long story short, she likes Kazuya because he was the first person to make her heart truly flutter. Kazuya has no feelings for Ruka, however, and instead of taking her L, she decides to blackmail him and Chizuru, saying that she'll expose their lies if Kazuya doesn't officially become her boyfriend. Also, for future reference, Ruka is a high schooler. But to be fair, Kazuya always shuts down her advances. He might be down to do illegal shit like stalking, but he won't go further than that at least. Speaking of illegal though, this is a word Ruka is constantly tied to because she legit assaults Kazuya. Look at this nigga face, bro. You're a victim. First of all, Ruka sneaks into his family birthday party, then forcibly makes out with him until he pushes her off. Hey, yo, this is beyond being weird. This is against the law. Ruka is always pestering Kazuya, being too clingy, coming around without being asked, forcing herself into his life in more ways than one, and Kazuya is always left thinking, damn, she is so annoying. Huh, quite ironic, isn't it? While on a date with Chizuru, Kazuya asks, have you ever run into any creeps while being a rental girlfriend? What do you think? Just in case you were wondering why I haven't talked about Mommy, it's because I think she's one of the only good characters in this series. Well, not good, but I guess the best for what we got, except for Sumi. She's just the best out of all of her options, man. In the world of Rent a Girlfriend, of course she's a piece of shit with nothing going for herself. But from an outside reader's perspective, she's one of the only cogs in this plot to actually move things forward and make scenarios play out when she's present. So basically, fuck Mommy, but I fucks with Mommy kinda. You know, sometimes a series can have a bad start, but eventually turn it around and become a great story despite its terrible beginnings. Rent a Girlfriend is not one of those series. The writing for this anime is some of the most annoying shit I've ever experienced. Coincidences happen in almost every episode to cover up the fact that the author can't come up with interesting situations for these events to naturally occur. Chizuru and Kazuya just so happen to go to the same school. Wow. They're also next door neighbors. Wow. While on a date, Kazuya and Chizuru left some of their photos in a photo booth, and another rental girlfriend named Sumi, aka Best Girl, just so happen to find these photos. Wow. There's a serious pacing problem and lack of flow within the series that just adds to the overall intolerable tone. And that, along with the stupidity of these characters, it's honestly just impressive at this point. Miyajima must have studied psychology for months because he managed to create characters that perfectly piss you off somehow every time they're on screen, except for Sumi. Someone needs to tell Miyajima that will they want these in rom-coms are supposed to pick an answer at some point. You cannot sit on the fence any longer. And in episode 22, Kazuya's family throws a party for him and Chizuru. The party gets so awkward that Kazuya finally gets the courage to tell his family the truth about his lies and settle all this nonsense once and for all. But guess what? Before he can get this comment off, Chizuru's phone rings. Are you fucking serious, bro? And look, everything I'm saying here is nothing new. We all know that Rent a Girlfriend has a boatload of bad moments, but people rarely talk about the good things that this series has going for itself as well. Cause see, I'm the type of person who can watch a bad movie and be entertained. Sometimes media can be so utterly dog shit that it's just way more entertaining than what it was aiming to do in the first place. No matter what you think about his writing, that boy Miyajima can fucking draw. I said this in a separate video about his new manga, Shiunji Children, but his art style is incredibly distinct. It's so lively and energetic that it feels like you're watching an anime while simply reading the manga, and the Rent a Girlfriend anime did an amazing job of capturing this specific style and doing it as much justice as humanly possible, bringing it back to Miyajima's talents. The character design in the series is also fantastic. Each girl looks distinctive, and just one look at them tells you hella information before you even hear them speak. It's crazy to think about how different this series could have been if Miyajima provided the same level of art but just had the aid of a writer. There's loads of great titles out there that feature a powerful writing artist duo, and I feel like Rent a Girlfriend could have greatly benefited by having another pair of hands on the steering wheel. It's sort of interesting though, because I hate almost all of the characters in this series, but yet I'm always engaged when I watch. That's when I began to wonder, is Miyajima really a mid-writer? What if all the characters are written like idiots on purpose? The same way Grimgar is the most realistic isekai of all time, Rent a Girlfriend is the most realistic romance anime of all time. Because unfortunately, a lot of niggas out there are freaky deaky. It's like every character is a real person just turned up to 11. Like the fact that characters go back into their old ways multiple times. I mean, that's technically realistic. Niggas do fall back into old habits, you know. I'm halfway joking because I don't think this was 100% pulled off on purpose at all. I like to hope that he had a little bit of foresight, but unfortunately I think he crafted this messy world by just bullshit. And although this freak leak ass nigga Miyajima can't stop drawing Chizuru on top of his real life pictures, he has proved in the past that he has some ability to write a good emotional moment from time to time. Finally, I want to talk about the worst part of Rent a Girlfriend. The ugly of this series that they try to cover up with random Chizuru a titty. I shall not be fooled. The thing that gets on my nerves the most about this series is how the insane actions of the characters are never truly taken serious on a level to hold the world together. There are no stakes, and a lot of this stuff is just weird to come up with as a writer anyway. Exhibit A. Kazuya spends literally a whole ass episode stalking Chizuru. When it comes to putting fucked up weird shit like this in shows, I think it's fine as long as you address how fucked up and weird it is. But when Chizuru finds out this freak has been following her all day, she gives him a present? Trade offer. I give you a Christmas present and you stalk me for 12 hours. It's not adding up. The mathematics are not calculating accordingly. If this situation was handled seriously,
that don't work. There's no way out of this one. You're done.
I mean, it's fuck 12 and all that on this side, but you gotta call the police. You might be thinking, okay, Miyajima just slipped up on this part, but you know, you won't make the same mistake twice. He won't slip up again. Nah, he did. Nah, it happened again. Nah, it did. One of the main characters is legit a predator. Ruka is a sex offender. Her ass needs to be locked up with Jolene and them because this bit is unhinged. I know I keep bringing this scene up, but at Kazuya's own birthday party with his whole family in the other room, she forces this nigga against the wall and kisses him. That is not orderly conduct. She also forces her way into his apartment and tries to get Kazuya to clap her cheeks, even though he said no multiple times. And I would like the jury to keep in mind, this bit is a high schooler still. Whoa. And you know a nigga's fucked up when they get creative with their evil deeds. She rips open a condom packet and shows it to Chizuru. And she tries to flex like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Kazuya was clapping me up. Yeah, Kazuya was doing damage. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was meeting me up. You're a capper. You're lying. She really got Hall of Fame manipulator. You ain't got nothing going on, but that's the thing that comes to mind when I think about all these characters. But y'all ain't got shit going on. Chizuru's literally the only nigga that's got some shit going on in her life. Y'all niggas ain't got no dreams. You niggas ain't got no goddamn ambitions. But despite both of them having a myriad of horrendous acts under their belts, neither of them face any consequences for their actions. Ruka is still played off as a cute yet slightly annoying heroine, and Kazuya is still painted as an asshole, but at the end of the day, you're just a guy trying to figure it out in the world. No! This man is weird. Chizuru still meets up with him multiple times and lets this nigga see her granny. I am not letting a horn dog like Kazuya anywhere near my family, especially not in the hospital. I just feel like he the type of nigga to pull out the Shinji special, you know what I'm talking about? Whole meat just in the emergency room, all of it, you know what I'm saying? Fucking weird shit. Chizuru also sets up Kazuya with one of her friends, Sumi. He has Kazuya hang out with Sumi and go on dates with her to help her break out of her shell. Even though Kazuya has been mostly weird to Chizuru, you know, like, you know, just stalking her and shit. Twice. Actually, wait, no, it's more than that. That nigga be eavesdropping too. That nigga's so weird, I forgot how many times it was. It's more than once though. Rumor has it that the Rent-A-Girlfriend author might have made Kazuya in his image, and I fully believe it, because only a true freakazoid could come up with the enigma that is chapter 118, aka the cuck zone. You're about to get cucked. At the end of the day though, Rent-A-Girlfriend remains one of the most popular new animes despite all the hate it gets. Many people agree that this story should have ended a long time ago, and I am definitely amongst that group. Miyajima could have cut this shit off at the movie art, but I know that bag was looking way too dandy to just call it quits. I kinda respect it. That boy Miyajima can draw, goddammit, and you don't get this good at drawing by just fucking around. There's gotta be at least a little bit of passion in there, you know what I mean? So for him to keep this shit pushing, I just know that bag was looking crucial. That shit was looking critical. I just know he crunched the numbers and was like, oh yeah, it's bag season. Live action movie, it's bag season. Season 2, it's bag season. But yeah, that's the end of the video. If you made it this far, thank you. But yeah, have a blessed day and deuces.
She was a needy girl?
Kazuya, I feel so empty inside.
Come here, I can fill you all the way up.
Stop the cap. No, good and well you don't got enough meat for that, my boy.